there, creepy peeps, and welcome to day 23 of 31 days of Horrorween. Today we are going to be talking about Trailer Park of Terror. I don't know why I did that. This one was suggested to me by Diva Katykins, depending on the social media platform you're on. She's one or the other. Before I get into anything else though, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Directed by Steven Goldman, Trailer Park of Terror follows 6 troubled high schoolers on their way home from a character building retreat led by optimistic Pastor Lewis. During a raging storm, the group get in an accident and take refuge in a seemingly abandoned trailer park, but they soon encounter Norma and her legion of undead trailer trash companions. So Trailer Park of Terror is based on a comic series from Imperium Comics of the same name, and the series is an anthology of terrifying tales which are narrated by Norma. Alright, so let's get into what I liked about this movie. I loved the feel of it, the look of it, the style of it. It was nitty, it was gritty, it was dirty, it was raunchy. It reminded me a whole lot of like Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, that sort of style. And as a big fan of both of those movies, I really liked this one. I also thought the movie had a nice balance of terror and humor. Just looking at the title, I think I had kind of assumed in my head it was going to be a horror comedy, but it was actually much darker than I was anticipating it ever being. The opening sequence alone, which I'm going to go ahead and spoil here, has Norma killing her entire trailer park after making a deal with the devil. And it's extremely brutal, you know, even given that they don't really even show much. You know, sometimes not showing everything is super effective. Just the visual of her like just deadpan walking around shooting everybody in the trailer park is terrifying in and of itself. But then they kind of balance it out with some dark humor, which was really fun, and it made for a well-rounded movie, I thought. I also liked the special effects makeup done on the undead trailer park residents, especially the ones that were more animated in their face. Like they had a lot more talking lines, like Norma for one, like her face. That was really cool. And the other, I don't know the character's name, but it's the guitar guy, the singing guy, the Elvis looking guy or whatever. Him, especially him, because he had kind of like a skull face. So, you know, like his mouth, which, you know, he's talking a lot and singing a lot. He's got no lips or anything. It's just, you know, like the exposed teeth and jawbone and everything like that. But it looked really good for him, like being so animated and talking so much. I was impressed. Speaking of the singing and music, there's a lot of diegetic music. So it's done by singing and talkative skull-faced man whose character name I can't remember.
Make stank big. Go on, feel that leg.
It's kind of like, I don't know what you would classify the music as, like hillbilly rock or something. Like, I don't know what it was, but I liked it. Kind of like, I don't know what you would classify the music as, like hillbilly rock or something. Like, I don't know what it was, but I liked it, which was fascinating to me because I normally don't really like country music. It wasn't straight up country music, but it definitely had some country influences to it. And I know I say y'all a lot, but I know country is not something that I normally listen to. Unless it's Shania Twain. I don't know, I'm weird. Probably my favorite part of the movie, and something I kind of want to like delve deeper into, maybe something for Morbidly Beautiful I'll do on this or something, is the parallel between Norma and Bridget, who is kind of our final girl, both physically and emotionally. So we start off the movie with Norma, who is blonde. She wears a lot of color, very kind of like bright and animated, but she takes her pain that she feels on the inside, and feeling like the world is against her, and she turns to the dark side for that. You know, she makes the deal with the devil, who just so happens to be Trace Adkins. Compared to Bridget, who is dark haired, she's the goth of the group, so she wears all black clothing. She's trying to, like, she feels a similar pain inside of her, but she's trying to make it right, which is why she goes on the retreat. She's actively trying to fix herself, I guess. Like the differences in the character, and then we end out the movie with Bridget, so you know, we go from Norma to Bridget. But I liked that, and I liked that when it comes down to Bridget being the only one, Bridget has a similar little monologue that Norma also has in the beginning of the movie, and I think Norma, she's meant to like recognize this, and she lets Bridget go, which, yeah, it adds more to Norma's character too, because even though it seems like she's enjoying herself being undead and killing people, she probably, you know, like in most like fairy tales and things like that, whenever somebody makes a deal with the devil or makes a deal with somebody bad, they regret their decision eventually. So maybe Norma was like feeling regretful and wishing somebody would have let her go, you know, and just let her go on and do her thing. So that's why she lets Bridget go. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much in the movie, but I thought it was, I liked that aspect. The other characters though, I feel like they were kind of just flat and caricatures, which I mean, they're supposed to be because they're just part of the body count pretty much. But I just, I don't know, I just wish we had gotten a little bit more on Bridget. I really liked her character. Like maybe even just a couple of scenes like we did with Norma, like in the beginning of the movie, like that whole sequence that opens up the movie. You learn so much about Norma in that sequence, and so you feel like you understand her. With Bridget, we didn't really get so much. We're relying more on her monologue that she gives at the end of the movie. So I wanted more on her, so I was a little bit disappointed in that. Was Trailer Park of Terror worth it though? I think so. I feel like this was a little hidden gem that I didn't know about, which isn't saying much because there are tons of horror movies that I don't know about. I mean, if you haven't seen it and it seems at all interesting to you, then I highly recommend it. Even though the internet doesn't agree with me, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. On IMDb though, it has a 5.3 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it doesn't have a critic score, but audiences give it a 39%. And on Letterboxd, it has a 2.5 out of 5. Like with almost every single video this month, there's an Amazon affiliate link to rent Trailer Park of Terror if you want to watch it. There's no pressure to use that link, but if you do, it does help out the channel a little bit. There's also affiliate links over on my blog, which there's also a link for in the channel, that has every single movie that I've watched in the month of October. Well, at least the ones that aren't like new releases, obviously. But if you've already seen Trailer Park of Terror, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday normally, but then of course every single day this month of October I've been posting a movie review. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!